Did you know that there's a pre-war air raid shelter in the heart of Tiong Bahru? Located at Guan Chuan Street, Block 78, is a 1,500 square meters underground shelter built by the now defunct Singapore Improvement Trust. This air raid shelter is believed to be the last pre-war civilian shelter built in 1940s. Well, now it looks pretty spacious. It's well lit with fluorescent lights and also quite ventilated. But back then, civilians had to walk down stuffy and dark passageways. And 70 years ago, on 22nd January 1942, a baby was born right in this very space. Magdeline Pereira was a bundle of joy amidst the doom and gloom of war. But there was little to celebrate as her father was killed by Japanese bombers just a day before she was born. She and her two elder brothers, who were then 4 and 5 years old, have fond memories of the air raid shelter that saved their lives.
I'm very happy to come here because this is my home. This is where I was born. I can stake a claim here. I was born here, you see.
Can you remember the time when your sister was born?
No. All I know is we were here and then we went back with my sister. That's all. We were here without her, we went back with her.
I'm glad I lived through a part of Singapore's history, but I'm sad also because I lost my father then in the air raids. Well, then my mother was left to fend for herself and us.
The fight over Singapore between Japanese and British troops in World War II began in December 1941 and escalated in January 1942. The fiercest airstrike on Singapore soil is believed to have been on 21st January 1942 when 100 Japanese bombers attacked Beach Road. Mary's father died on that fateful day.
When the sirens come on in the night time, the sirens will come on. And then you look out the window, you can see the searchlights in the dark night sky, the searchlights going around, and then the aeroplanes. Oh, I can remember that very well.
Andrew Pereira said that despite the hard times, people came together and even tried to make things better for the children in the shelter then.
It had this charcoal fire.
Within the shelter?
Within the shelter. And then the pisang tandong, pisang tandong, the long banana. In Malay it's called pisang tandong. They roasted on the fire.
Singapore fell to the Japanese on 15 February 1942 and the Pereiras moved to Malaya to seek refuge with relatives. Do you feel feelings of anger about what happened?
No.
No, because, what happened, You cannot control it. You cannot control it. Some unfortunate things will happen.
People die, a lot of things happen. It's war. You can't...
You cannot control it.
You cannot control it.
You make the best of it.
To commemorate this important period in our history, the National Heritage Board will organize guided tours of the shelter in February. Take a sneak peek of the tour in the next clip.